afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered today to talk about the national American holiday that is called Thanksgiving and is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November, that is today. On Thanksgiving Day, Americans sit together eating traditional food and spending time with their family. It is the time of the year to think what we are grateful for. Our family, our friends, being healthy, and many more reasons. I'm sure all of you can come up with many reasons you're grateful for right now. Today, we are going to experience what Thanksgiving is all about. We are going to learn about the history of this American holiday and meet the heroes of the Thanksgiving history.
In the 17th century, there was a group of families from England that did not agree with the church. They were called English Puritans or Separatists, from the verb separate. So they separated themselves from the English church. They believed in a life based on the Bible. Separatists were not wanted in England, and many fled, escaped to Holland, where their religious beliefs were respected. They stayed there for 12 years. Soon they became known as pilgrims because they were forced to leave their native land and move to another for religious freedom. A pilgrim is a traveler on a journey to a holy place.
On 16 September 1620, about 100 people, many of them looking for religious freedom in the New World, set off from the Mayflower to Massachusetts. There were mostly men, women, young adults, and some children under the age of 12.
On November 1620, the ship landed on the shores of Cape Cod, which is now called Massachusetts. On late December, the group landed at Plymouth Harbor, where they formed their first permanent settlement of the Europeans in New England. These original settlers, the of Plymouth colony, are known as the Father Pilgrims or as simple as the Pilgrims.
I'm the leader of Separatist congregation.
What's a congregation?
A gathering, a group of people getting together to pour and to worship together.
Why did you get the Mayflower?
I did not agree with the beliefs of English church.
You did not agree with the beliefs of the English church.
It did not follow the Bible. So I first moved to Holland looking for poor, clear Bible ideas.
Clear Bible ideas.
But then some Puritans, as we call ourselves, and myself, decided to travel far away from England, looking for a new world to put our ideas and beliefs into practice.
Oh, I see. What do you like then?
I like writing. I wrote the still classic account of Mayflower voyage.
Why did you decide to establish a colony in the New World?
Because we were discriminated. So we decided to establish a colony in the New World. We, the Pilgrims, wanted to escape religious discrimination, to worship together what we believe in.
Who are you? I'm the captain of Mayflower ship.
How old are you?
Around 50.
Where are you from?
I am from England.
What goods does your ship carry?
My ship often carries wine to England, but we have never crossed the Atlantic.
When did you leave for New England?
We left Plymouth on 16th September, 1620.
What problems did you face when you arrived in the New World?
Well, there were many problems when we arrived. It was the beginning of the winter and we were unprepared. Everyone got seasick.
Oh, that's terrible.
We had no homes or shelters.
Oh my God.
We had little food with us.
Oh, really?
Some of the natives were very territorial, so they became our enemies.
Who are you? I was one of the most respectable passengers of the Mayflower. What do you do for a living? I'm a professional soldier. I became the military leader of the new colony. When did you arrive in New England? I arrived on November 11th, 1620.
What was the weather like when you arrived?
It was
cold, we were frozen. Before long, disease began to spread. What kind of diseases? It looked like typhus fever or some sort of infectious pneumonia.
But what happened next?
By the time 2 or 3 of the one-room houses were built, the deaths were multiplying. One house was soon crowded with the sick and the dying.
Rose, why do you live in England?
We want to practice our own religion, but King James I did not agree to that. We were persecuted by the church, so we decided to find a new place for a better future.
What was life for you when you arrived in Cape Cod?
We suffered horrors you cannot imagine. We were homeless in a new and alien country. There was no time to rest from a long, exhausting voyage. We had to quickly adjust to a new way of life.
Oh, I see. Can you give us a bit more details?
The food supply was quickly disappearing. The bad weather and the fact that few of us were strong delayed our work. We had to take care of the weak, nurse the sick, feed the kids, and survive.
How did you feel when you arrived?
We were ravaged by the sickness. The death toll increased and the illness spread. There were a few of us left to care for the sick, fetch wood for the fire, bury
What were
the
the
dead.
foods that were new to you when you arrived in the new world?
There were several varieties of fruits, of fish, vegetables, nuts we knew nothing of. They were all local, indigenous to North America. For example, none of us had ever seen corn before in our whole lives.
What was your life before pilgrims came to your land?
A lot of people from our tribe started getting sick. An epidemic disease wiped out most of us.
Who helped the pilgrims to survive in your land and how?
We were curious of these new light-skinned beings. We offered help. We showed them how to get sap out of the maple tree, how to get juice out of plants, and how to make sugar from it. We told them our hell-known secrets, which plant cures which illness. We showed them how to hunt, how to build their short homes.
When the pilgrims who arrived in the Mayflower and the Wampanoag sat down for the first Thanksgiving in 1621, it was just a routine English harvest celebration. What was more significant but less remembered is the peace treaty that the two parties signed 7 months earlier. This peace treaty lasted for 50 years. In fact, there was very little historical record of the first Thanksgiving. That's why Thanksgiving wasn't really celebrated as a holiday until the 19th century. Then, in the 19th century, President Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving as a national holiday during the Civil War. Since Thanksgiving has become an American tradition, yet we need to also remember the story of the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag and how they first celebrated the first harvest. We need to remember how the European settlement felt grateful for their survival.